the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Etienne running right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Winston now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Yeah, on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Straight ahead, Etienne. And some room to maneuver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
The Jaguars had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, stand off! 6-6, Bravo! Yep. Hey, Delta!
On play action, Lawrence.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne taken down at the 42. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They go play action with Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 2nd down at 4. Now Lawrence to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. To throw is Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
ETN up the middle. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Lawrence. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll roll him out right. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Here's Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film opposed to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Slant complete to Etienne. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Going for it, here's Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. On play action, Winston. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. 30. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. Jameis to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 102 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Another tote for Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, He's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
On the stick.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Hey, shelter.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Winston. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Winston to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Winston. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Andre Cisco. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. That really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.